And we welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, to Lawrence Dumont Stadium along the banks of the Arkansas River for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series. This is Frank Martinez, and I'll be your play-by-play announcer for tonight's game. This game will feature the visiting team, the Mulvane, Kansas Patriots, versus the home team, the Wellington, Kansas Heat. The Patriots come in with a 1-1 record. They got a win of 5-4 over the USA and lost 7-5 to San Diego Wave. And the Wellington Heat also come in with a 1-1 record. They got a victory over the USA team, 7-3, and lost to the San Diego Wave 8-7. Here's the starting lineups for today's game. First of all, for the Mulvane Patriots, leading off and playing shortstop will be number 2, Channing Williams. Batting second, the right fielder, number 8, Javis Larson. Batting third, playing left field, number 24, Tyler Sutherland. Batting fourth and catching, number 27, Caleb Cox. Batting fifth and playing first base will be number 29, Dalton Dinkle. Batting sixth and playing center field will be number 22, Hunter Aguirre. Batting seventh and playing third base, number 18, Adam Brown. Batting eighth and playing second base will be number 14, Michael Lawson. Batting ninth and DH will be number 10, Mike Leal. And pitching for the Patriots will be number 7, Ryan Erickson. And now for the home team, the Wellington, Kansas Heat. Leading off and playing center field will be number 4, Andrew Chartrand. Batting second, the second baseman, number 5, Kyle Miskowski. Batting third will be the designated hitter, number 9, Jason Jones. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 10, Mike Lowe. Batting fifth and playing right field, number 28, Michael Muka. Batting sixth and playing left field, number 11, Alex Cook. Batting seventh and playing shortstop will be number 7, Alex Lyon. Batting eighth and catching, number 14, Charlie Padilla. And batting ninth will be the third baseman, number 25, Justin Brazil. Pitching, number 22, Jesus Ambrose. And the first pitch from Ambrose goes to Williams, who hits it right back to Ambrose and goes to first for out number 1. Mulvane now batting the right fielder, number 8, Javis Larson. Larson comes in batting .375. He's played in 6 games. He is a 9 out of 24. Has scored 6 runs, 2 doubles, and has 5 RBIs. All right, here's the pitch. Count goes to, it's a foul ball, so the count goes down to 1 ball, 1 strike to Javis Larson. Jesus Ambrose is the pitcher for the Wellington Heat. And here's the pitch. Ball hit to the second baseman. Miskowski over to Lowe for out number 2. That brings up the left fielder, number 24, Tyler Sutherland. First pitch is outside. 1 ball, no strikes now to Sutherland. Sutherland comes in batting .391. Also has played in 6 games. He is 9 out of 23 with 5 runs scored and 2 RBIs. Evens up the count at 1 apiece. Ambrose with the pitch. Outside for ball 2. The winner of this game will move on to the final 8 that will be played tomorrow. And the winner of this game will be facing the Cheney, Kansas Diamond Dogs. And that game will be at 9:30 tomorrow evening. There's a hit to the left field. A base hit there by Sutherland, going for 2. The ball gets away from the left fielder, Cook. And standing at second base will be Sutherland with his first hit of the game and the first hit of the game. That brings up the catcher, number 27, Caleb Cox. He is batting .300. He's played in 6 games. He only started 5. He is 6 out of 20 with 2 runs scored, 1 double, and 4 RBIs. So he's up there with a runner at second base, Sutherland. And the first pitch is called strike one. Our umpires for today's game at home plate is Mark Wagers, first base Doug McClure, and at third base Travis Osun. Well, we hope you enjoyed today's action. Once again, the winner of this game is very important because the winner will move on and the loser goes home. The winner of Pool D was the San Diego, California Waves, who went 3-0, and these two teams are both sitting at 1-1. There's a base hit into right field in front of Muka. Coming across is Sullivan. Throw into home is not going to be in time. So looks like the Mulvane Patriots will draw first blood. And a base hit there by Cox to right field. And an RBI. Now batting the first baseman, number 29, Dalton Dinkle. Dinkle is batting .375, has started all 6 games. He is 9 out of 24 with 4 runs scored, 1 double, and 6 RBIs in the series. First pitch was a ball. Here's Ambrose. Pitch, ball hit to right field. Looks like it's going to fall in for a base hit. Cox will stop at second base. So Dinkle records his first hit of the game. And now that's going to bring up the center fielder, number 22, Hunter Aguirre. Aguirre is batting .190. It's only 4 out of 21 with 5 run scores. He does have 2 doubles and 2 triples with 4 RBIs. There's a ball hit to the right-hand side. Looks like Love will get it and throw to Ambrose for out number 3. So at the end of 1/2 inning play, it's the Patriots 1 and the Heat coming to bat. We'll be right back.
For nearly 60 years, Goodwill has helped people like Alexis develop skills through job and education opportunities. A diagnosis of cerebral palsy at a young age has never gotten Alexis down. With the help of a Goodwill employment training specialist, she started working for a local nonprofit agency, which provides support for families of children with developmental disabilities. Now, she's the face of their Wichita office, and she enjoys making a difference in other people's lives. Donate, shop, educate, employ. Learn more and give at goodwillks.org.
And we welcome you back here to Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series, powered by Westar Energy. You're watching the Mulvane, Kansas Patriots versus the Wellington, Kansas Heat. The Patriots scored 1 run in the top half of the first inning on 3 hits. No errors, but they did leave 2 men stranded. Defensively for the Patriots at first base will be number 29, Dinkle. Second baseman will be number 14, Lawson. Shortstop will be number 2, Williams. Third baseman, number 18, Brown. Left fielder will be number 24, Sutherland. Center fielder will be number 22, Aguirre. Right fielder, number 8, Larson. Catcher, number 27, Cox. And pitching for the Patriots, number 7, Ryan Erickson. So now batting for the Wellington Heat will be the center fielder, number 4, Andrew Chartrand. Chartrand is coming in batting .200. He's been up to bat 10 times and has 2 hits. And the count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now by Erickson. There's a ball hit to the left side, going to go into the stands. So the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes, and here's Erickson's pitch, missing low and outside. 3-1 now the count. Not sure if the foul ball in front of on the right-hand side. So now the count is full. Once again, Chartrand is 2 for 10 in this series. Where he has 2 hits and he has struck out 1 time. There's the pitch and the ball hit to a left field. Sutherland gets under it, makes the catch for out number 1. That's going to bring up the second baseman, number 5, Kyle Miskowski. Miskowski comes in batting .222. He's been up the bat 9 times, has 2 hits, scored 3 runs. And there's a hard hit ball along the left side. Looks like it's going to go foul. Over the tent at the field pass. So the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. That ball hit hard by Miskowski, but just went foul. And here's the pitch by Erickson. Inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike now with 1 out. Here in the bottom half of the first inning. There's a hard hit ball to center field. Aguirre gets under it and makes the catch for out number 2. Aguirre stood there for a second and finally backed up about 3 steps. They got under it to make that catch. That brings up the designated hitter, number 9, Jason Jones. Jones is the leading hitter of the tournament. He comes in batting .800, where he's 4 out of 5 with 5 run scores, 3 RBIs, 2 doubles, 1 home run, and 5 base on balls. So he's leading the league, the tournament. There's a hit to the Williams at shortstop. Goes to first. Dinko at first for out number 3. So at the bottom half of the first inning for the Heat, they scored no runs. At the end of 1, it's the Patriots 1 and the Heat 0. We'll be right back.
Kansas Gas Service delivers natural gas to many of the companies you know, ensuring they have the energy they need to grow and build strong communities, providing cost-effective, safe, and reliable natural gas for a better tomorrow today. Kansas Gas Service.
All right, we welcome you back here to Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series, powered by Westar Energy. You're watching the Mulvane, Kansas Patriots versus the Wellington, Kansas Heat. Coming up to bat, top half the second inning for the Patriots, third baseman, number 18, Adam Brown. Brown comes in batting .320. Is 8 out of 25 for 3 runs scored, 2 doubles, and 1 home run with 7 RBIs. For Adam Brown, there's a hard hit ball, but going to go straight up in the air over to Cook. Cook makes the catch for out number 1 in left field. And Now batting the second baseman, number 14, Michael Lawson. So one pitch and one out here in the top half of the second inning for the Mulvane Patriots. Lawson comes in batting 111. There's a base hit, or hits correction to the shortstop. Lyon goes over to Lowe for out number 2. At shortstop, 6-3 the play. And that's going to bring up the designated hitter number 10 now, Mike Leal. Leal is batting .316 in the series. There's a pitch outside by Ambrose. He's been up to bat 19 times, and he has 6 hits, 2 runs scored with 4 RBIs. Ball right up the middle there, so the count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Here in the top half of the second inning with 2 outs, nobody on. And the score, the Mulvane Patriots 1 and the Wellington Heat 0. Ball high and outside, 2-1 now the count to Mike Leal. Ball hit to the shortstop, Lyon. Goes to first, Lowe with the catch for out number 3. So no score at the top half of the second inning. At the end of 1.5, it is Patriots 1 and the Heat 0. We'll be right back.
Make the most of every single moment. After the game, head to visitwichita.com for all there is to see and do.
We welcome you back here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series, powered by Westar Energy. We said how important this game is. The winner of this game in Pool D will move on to the quarterfinal rounds, where there'll be 8 teams playing tomorrow evening. We'll give you that schedule here. There's already the brackets are already set for tomorrow. 1 o'clock will be Santa Barbara, California Forces. They'll be facing the Everett, Washington Merchants. At 3:30, it'll be San Diego, California Waves versus the Hayes Larks, who just defeated the Seattle Studs. So Seattle Studs are now out of the NBC. And then at 7 o'clock game will be the Derby, Kansas Twins versus the Kansas Stars. And then the 9:30 game will be the Cheney, Kansas Diamond Dogs, and they'll face the winner of this game between Mulvane and Wellington. All right, we have 1 out. Mike Loeb went to the pitcher for out number 1. Brings up the right fielder, number 28, Michael Muka. This is Muka's first action of the series, so we have no stats on him. He's a left-handed batter. 0 balls and 2 strikes. Now count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes by Erickson. There's a pitch way outside. Erickson is from Beaumont, Texas. He's a 6 foot, 175 pounder from Lamar University. He's a sophomore. And the count goes full now, 3-2. He started off 0-2 on Muka. And here's the pitch. Hard hit to the right-hand side there, first to right field for the base hit. And he will be in at second base. The first hit of the game now for the Wellington Heat by Muka. That brings up the left fielder, number 11, Alex Cook. Cook is a left-handed batter. Cook is batting .250. He has played in 2 games, started 2 games. He is 2 out of 8 with 1 double and 3 RBIs here in the series so far. Fly ball to center fielder is going back. Aguirre makes the catch, and the runner takes off. Muka at third base, and looks like they're going to, oh, they called him safe. A throw from Aguirre to Brown. And a nice job there by Muka to avoid the tag, sliding along the right left-hand side there. So now we have 2 down. That brings up the shortstop, number 7, Alex Lyon. And home plate umpire, Mark Wagers, didn't like what the bench was saying over there on the Mulvane side. He's kind of letting them know that I heard that. So now runner at third base with 2 outs. There's a swing and a miss by Alex Lyon. Lyon comes in batting .444. He is 4 out of 9 with 2 runs scored, a double, and 6 RBIs so far in the series. 0-2 the count. Ball hit to the shortstop of Williams. Goes to first, Dinkle for out number 3. So Muka gets stranded at third base. At the end of 2, the score 1-0 in favor of Mulvane. We'll be right back.
For 6 generations, this land is provided for this Kansas farmer's family. Now, it also provides affordable, clean energy for Kansas. Watch the full story at weststarenergy.com/clean energy.
Hey, sir,
Love you, Coach. Thank you.
And we welcome you back here to Lawrence Dumont Stadium. This game between the Mulvane Patriots and the Wellington Heat. So we get ready to get started with the top half of the 3rd inning. The score, the Mulvane Patriots 1 and the Wellington Heat 0. Now batting the top of the lineup, shortstop number 2, Channing Williams. Williams hit a ball right back to the pitcher for out number 1 to start off the ball game. Count goes 0-1 now. Ball high by Ambrose. So even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike now. Ambrose with the pitch. Ball hit right back up the middle to second base, but Miskowski goes to low for the out. First base umpire Doug McClure calls him out. So nice play there by Miskowski, getting the ball over to low. Now batting the right fielder, number 8, Javis Larson. So the play goes 4-3 now for out number 1, and Coach went over to first base to let him know that he didn't think that he made the correct call. So he hustles back to the third base side. Thought that was a lot closer than what it looked like. So Javis Larson will be up, He grounded out to the second baseman, Musklowski. First pitch is outside for a ball. 74 degrees here, about 10:15 Central Time in Wichita, Kansas. We're hoping you're enjoying the action. 2-0 now the count to Larson. Once again, Larson came in batting .375 here in the series. He's 0 for 1 here in this ball game. Foul ball. Count goes 2 balls, 1 strike now. Nice low crowd that we have from the feature game. Still in the stands. There's a swing and a miss, so the count evens up at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on base with 1 out here in the top half of the 3rd inning for the Patriots. Ambrose with the pitch, the foul ball. Back over our heads. So the count's going to stay even at 2-2 now. To Larson. There's a ball hit. Pop up in the center field. Chartrand gets under it in center, makes the catch for out number 2. And that'll be bringing up the left fielder, number 24, Tyler Sutherland. Sutherland's scored the only run here in the ball game. Started off the top half of the 1st inning with a base hit his first time up, and was hit in by Caleb Cox, who also had a single in the RBI. The count goes to 1-1 now to Sutherland from Ambrose. Ambrose pitch is high and inside. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Nobody on base and 2 outs. Here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Winner of this game goes on and will play the Cheney, Kansas Diamond Dogs. That game will be tomorrow evening at 9:30. 2-2 now the count to Tyler Sutherland. There's a ball hit the right side foul. Sutherland is from Arkansas City, Kansas. He is a 6'4", 210-pounder. From Missouri Southern, he is a senior. And here's a pitch by Ambrose, and it's called strike 3 for out number 3. Here in the top half of the 2nd inning, after end of 2.5 innings of play, it is the Patriots 1 and the Heat 0. We'll be right back.
For every celebration, for every 6 a.m. wake-up call, for every heartache, for every homecoming, for every home, there is York. Environmentally responsible and technologically advanced to provide the optimal home environment while keeping you connected. Life by You, comfort by York.
And we welcome you back to Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series, powered by Westar Energy. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer for tonight's game. You're watching and listening to the Wellington Heat versus the Mulvane Patriots. Both these two teams came in with a 1-1 record if you're just now joining us. And this game is very important because the winner of this game will get into the final spot for tomorrow's quarterfinals in the top 8 teams of the tournament. Here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning for the Wellington Heat, now batting will be the catcher number 14, Charlie Padilla. First pitch is ball one. And there's a strike to Padilla from Erickson. Evens up the count at 1 apiece. This is Padilla's first time batting here in this game. Ball hit along foul ball. Padilla came in batting 200. He was 1 out of 5 with 1 RBI. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Padilla. There's a pitch by Erickson, fouled off along the left-hand side, the third base side. A couple of fans couldn't get that ball, and finally somebody picks it up in the front row. So 1-2 now the count. The Erickson's pitch. Swing and a miss there by Padilla. He goes down swinging here in the bottom half of the third inning. That's going to bring it up, the third baseman, number 25, Justin Brazil. Brazil playing third base and coming in batting 286. He is 2 out of 7 for the series. And there's a swing and a miss. So the count goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. To Justin Brazil. There's a ball hit to the third baseman, Brown. Brown across to first base, Dinko for the out. For out number 2. 5-3 the play. That'll be bringing up the center fielder, number 4, Andrew Chartrand. Chartrand, his hometown is Monroe, Washington. He is a 5'8", 155-pounder out of Friends University here in Wichita. First pitch is the ball from Erickson. And swinging a hit to Lawson. Goes to his left, takes a couple steps, goes to Dinko at first for out number 3. So at the end of 3 innings of play, it is the Mulvane Patriots 1 and the Wellington Heat 0. We'll be right back. And we welcome you back here to Lawrence Dumont Stadium along the banks of the Arkansas River for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series. You're watching the Mulvane Patriots take on the Wellington Heat. The score 1-0 at the end of 3 in favor of the Patriots. Now going to the top half of the 4th inning. First batter will be the catcher, number 27, Caleb Cox. Cox came in batting 300. He got a base hit in the first inning and scored an RBI. Brought in Sutherland for the only run of the ball game. Count goes to 1 ball, 1 strike now to Cox from Jesus Ambris. Pitching for the Wellington Heat. There's a foul ball. Like a check swing there by Cox, but got part of the bat, so we'll go to 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Caleb Cox. And here's Ambris' pitch, low and outside. Gets away from the catcher, Padilla. Able to track it down. Caleb Cox is hometown Broomfield, Colorado. He's a 6-foot, 200-pounder. There's a base hit by Cox up the middle into a center field. Chartrand gets it, throws it into Miskoski at second base. So Cox records his second hit of the game. This one to start off the top half of the fourth inning. Now batting the first baseman, number 29, Dalton Dinkle. Dinkle got a base hit in the first inning and was left stranded at first base as Aguirre hit a shot to the first baseman, and the pitcher, Erickson was covered. All right, count goes to 1-1 strike. With a runner at first base as Cox just got a base hit up the middle. There's a ball hit between Brazil and Lyon at short and third. So Dinkle records his second hit of the game. Now we have 2 runners on base here in the top half of the fourth inning. And that's going to bring up the center fielder, number 22, Hunter Aguirre. Wouldn't be surprised to see him lay down a bunt here to move the runners in scoring position.
First baseman number 29, Dalton Dinkle.
Aguirre does lay that bunt down. The catcher, Padilla, throws it away, tries to hit Brazil. 1 run will score. Cox scores, and standing at third base will be Dalton Dinkle, and going to second base will be Hunter Aguirre. A nice bunt there laid down by Aguirre. That was fielded by Padilla, tried to throw it to third base and overthrew third baseman. Alex Cook got the ball from the foul territory, the left fielder. Threw it in. So another run scores, now makes it 2-0 in favor of Mulvane Patriots. So we'll have a fielder's choice and an error on the catcher. But another run score for the Mulvane Patriots. Now batting the third baseman, number 18, Adam Brown. Count goes to 2-0, I believe. Yes, 2-0. And here's a pitch from Ambrose. Ball hit into a short left field. This is going to fall in right in front of Cook. So Dinkle comes in, and also coming in is Hunter Aguirre. So Brown gets a base hit with 2 RBIs. And we're going to have a timeout on the field. The catcher Padilla goes out to talk to Ambrose along with the third baseman Brazil. That ball fell right in front of Cook. And holding up at third base was Dinkle, but not Aguirre. Aguirre knew right away that he was standing at second base. He knew right away that was falling in. He was right on the heels of Dinkle. So he was able to score from second base. They've scored 3 runs now here in the top half of the fourth inning. The Mulvane Patriots batting now is number 14, Michael Lawson, attempts a lay down a bunt with Adam Brown standing on first base after that base hit. So no balls, 1 strike now. To Michael Lawson. Second baseman lays down the bunt right back to Ambrose. He looks at second, then goes to first to Mike Lowe for out number 1. And advancing to second base will be Adam Brown on that sacrifice by Michael Lawson. So now we have 1 out here, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, number 10, Mike Lill. Advancing to second base was Brown, and now in scoring position. Lill grounded out to the shortstop in the second inning. his only time at bat. So the score now 4-0 in favor of the Mulvane Patriots here. Top half of the fourth, there's a foul fly ball to center field. Chartrand makes the catch for out number 2. So Brown hustles back to second base after taking just a couple steps. And that's going to bring up the shortstop number 2, Channing Williams. 7th batter in the inning here for the Mulvane Patriots. They've scored 3 runs here with 1 on base now, and a swing and a miss by Williams. Williams grounded out to the pitcher, and then the first inning, and then third inning grounded out to the second baseman. So it's 0 for 2 here in the game. There's a hit to the right side. Muka gets under it in right field, makes the catch for out number 3. But not until the Patriots scored 3 runs. At the end of 3.5, it is the Patriots 4 and the Heat 0. We'll be right back.
Make the most of every single moment. After the game, head to visitwichita.com for all there is to see and do.
And we welcome you back here to Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the NBC World Series 83rd Annual, powered by Westar Energy. The Wellington Heat now batting in the bottom half of the 4th inning, down 4-0 to the Mulvane Patriots. Erickson with the pitch to Miskowski. Second baseman for the Wellington Heat. And a swing and a foul ball there by Miskowski. So the count evens up now to 1 ball, 1 strike. Miskowski in the first inning flew out to center field. So he's 0 for 1 here in the ball game. Pitch inside. Count goes to 2-1 now to Miskowski. Erickson with the pitch. Missing inside. So 3-1 now. 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs here in the bottom half of the 4th inning as the Wellington Heat try to get back in the ball game here, being down 4-0. There's a ball hit into center field. A line shot there by Miskowski. Records his first hit of the game here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. That's going to be bringing up for the Heat, the designated hitter, number 9, Jason Jones. Once again, Jason Jones, the leading hitter of this tournament, came in batting .800. He is 0 for 1 here in this ball game, as he grounded out to the shortstop in the first inning, made the 3rd out. First pitch is a strike to Jones by Erickson. Erickson goes over to first base. Dinkle diving back was Miskowski in safely. Erickson so far has faced 11 batters, gone 3 innings, has allowed 2 hits. There's a hit there to left field. Nice catch there by the left fielder, Sutherland, and throws it to Dinko at first base, but back safely was Miskowski. Nice job there by Sutherland in left field to make that catch. For out number 1, that's going to be bringing up the first baseman, number 10, Mike Lowe.
Cleanup hitter brought to you by OxyFresh Carpet Cleaning. First baseman number 10, Mike Lowe.
Now Erickson goes to first base to Dinkle. And Miskowski back safely at first base. Once again, we're in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Runner at first base with one out now. Just missing outside was Erickson. Framing that ball for the home plate umpire was catcher Cox. But he called it a ball. So it's 1-0 now. Here's the pitch. Low for ball two now to Mike Lowe. Wellington Heat once again trying to get back in this ball game. Lowe is from Jones, Oklahoma. He's a 6'1", 185 pounders, and goes to Southwest College. The count is 3-0 now to Mike Lowe. Erickson over to first base, and Miskowski back safely. Erickson just trying to remind him that he knows he's still there. And here's the pitch by Erickson, hitting the outside corner. So now the count goes to 3-1 strike. With one out here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Once again, the Mulvane Patriots 4 and the Wellington Heat 0. There's a hard hit ball to right field. Back goes Larson. Takes a couple steps, gets under it, makes a catch for out number 3. Correction, out number 2. Miskowski played her halfway and went back to the base after the catch by Larson. Now batting the right fielder, number 28, Michael Muka. Michael Muka did get a base hit in the second inning. There's a ball hit to the second baseman. Lawson goes to Dinkle.
Hey everybody, I'm KSN Chief Meteorologist Lisa Teachman. It's been a warm afternoon here at the ballpark. Temperatures soared into the lower 90s earlier on, but now a cold front continues to push to the south. I'm not expecting any rainfall here at the stadium. All of the rain should be well to the south-southeast of us. And considering we're on the cooler and the drier side of this front, temperatures will feel rather refreshing once the sun sets tonight. For this evening, 81 degrees. Heading home, 72, and look at how gorgeous tomorrow will be. Skies will eventually become mostly sunny, and highs will bounce back to around 83 degrees, which is below normal for this time of year. Enjoy your evening. Remember, you can always get your updated forecast at KSN and at KSN.com.
And we welcome you back here to Lawrence Dumont Stadium as we get ready to go to the top half of the fifth inning. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, as you're listening to and watching the Mulvane Patriots, who are up 4-0 over the Wellington, Kansas Heat. Once again, the winner of this game will be playing tomorrow night at 9:30 versus the Cheney, Kansas Diamond Dogs. Will make the quarterfinals. The loser will be out of the NBC tournament. Here's the first pitch by Ambrose. Is low for ball one. Javis Larson is the batter. Here to start off the top half of the fifth inning for the Mulvane Patriots. Correction. And the count goes 2-0 now to Larson. Foul ball hit to the third base side over the stance. And the count goes to 2-1 strikes now to Javis Larson. Larson grounded out to second base in the first inning, flew out to center field. There's a hard hit ball past the diving second baseman Muskowski, and Muka will get it in right field, throws it in to Muskowski, but Javis Larson records his first hit of the game with that line shot to right field. So now batting will be the left fielder, number 24, Tyler Sutherland, for the Mulvane Patriots. Sutherland does have a 1 run scored, has scored a run and has a base hit. There's a bunt laid down to Ambrose, goes to his right and throws to Lowe at first base for out number 1. So we have a sacrifice by Sutherland. We'll move the runner Larson over to second base, put him in scoring position. And that will bring up the catcher, but before that we're going to have a timeout. Looks like coach is going to be making a change, pitching coach for the Wellington Heat. And we'll see who's coming in here for the Wellington Heat here in the top half of the 5th inning. So Jesus Ambrose is done for the evening. And coming in for Wellington will be number 12, Jordan White. He's a right-handed thrower from Cypress, Texas. He's a 5'10", 170-pounder from Emporia University. So Jordan White will be coming in for the Wellington Heat. And we'll give you numbers on Jesus Ambrose here in just a second, as Jordan White would be getting his warm-ups. See if I can get some numbers here for you for Ambrose. All right, final numbers for Ambrose. He pitched 4 1/3 innings. He faced 21 batters, gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned runs, no base on balls, and he only had 1 strikeout. So Ambrose is done now for the Wellington Heat, and coming in is Jordan White. He will have a runner at second base, will be Javis Larson, who got on with a base hit and was sacrificed over by Sutherland. Looks like there is a discussion of something that's going on here. They're asking a player to come back onto the field. I'm not sure exactly what the situation is here. I'm not sure if it's the starting. Looks like instead of number 12, Jordan White, looks like will be number 19 coming in. I don't understand that. Number 12 was warming up, and then umpire all of a sudden called the coach over. So now Dalton Judkins will be coming in to pitch for the Wellington Heat. And like I say, Jordan White was announced here on the PA. Brent Hightower, our PA announcer for this game. And he announced him, and then all of a sudden the umpires got together, and so now coming in will be number 19, Dalton Judkins. And Dalton, the right-handed thrower from Tuttle, Oklahoma. He is a 6'3", 180-pounder from Southwestern. We have quite a few players from Southwestern. Looks like about 4 or 5 players from Southwestern on this Wellington Heat. So, once again, now pitching is Dalton Judkins, a right-handed thrower for the Wellington Heat. About 10:45 here in the evening. You're listening to the Mulvane Patriots versus the Wellington, Kansas Heat with the score. The Patriots 4 and the Heat 0 as we are in the top half of the 5th inning here of the 83rd Annual NBC World Series. Kind of curious to find out what exactly happened there on the pitching change, because like I say, they did introduce Jordan White. I don't know if he somehow got injured or what exactly happened, but all of a sudden umpires got together and made the coach make that change for some reason. So they're giving him plenty of time to warm up. So that's my guess, is that Jordan White got injured somehow. I don't know what he could have done to, unless he was hurting while he was warming up, and said something to the players or the coaching staff, and but all of a sudden we saw Dalton Judkins heading out to the bullpen, and the umpires said, no, you must come into the game now. So they are giving him plenty of time to warm up. So that's the only explanation that I can come up with. Otherwise, he would only be allowed so many pitches to warm up like a regular reliever. So once again, let's go ahead and go through the schedule for tomorrow before we get back to action here. The 1 o'clock game tomorrow in our quarterfinals, it's going to be Santa Barbara, California Foresters, who won the Pool C and at 3-0. They'll be coming in and against the Everett Washington Merchants. The Merchants were in Pool A and ended up with a 2-1 record. They were the second place team to the Kansas Stars. The 3:30 game will be the San Diego, California Waves, which won the Pool D with a 3-0 record. And they'll be facing the Hayes Larks, who just defeated the Seattle Studs in the feature game here before this one. All right, we're ready for action here. We'll go back to the schedule here in a little bit. Runner takes off, goes to third, so hustling to third base was Javis Larson, taking advantage of the new pitcher, Dalton Judkins, coming in. Count goes 2 balls and no strikes here to Caleb Cox. Hits the ball along the right-hand side. Second baseman, Miskowski, makes the catch for out number 2. Now batting the first baseman, number 29, Dalton Dinkle. Dinkle has 2 hits in this ball game. 1 in the first and 1 in the 4th inning, with the run scored in the 4th. First pitch is a strike to Dinkle by the new pitcher, Judkins. And here's the pitch, foul ball. Back to the screen, so the count goes no balls, 2 strikes now to Dalton Dinkle. Standing at third base is Javis Larson, who stole third base, got on with a base hit, was sacrificed over to second. There's a swing and a miss there by Dinkle for out number 3. So Dalton Judkins comes in and does the job for the Wellington Heat. All right, at the end of 4.5 innings of play, it is the Patriots 4 and the Heat 0. We'll be right back.
Hey, you'll want to sit down for this, because you can get a large 2-topping Pizza Hut pizza for $7.99 delivered, which you can reorder using the Hut Seat. Okay, that thing's ridiculous. Simply reorder on your phone with just a few clicks. It's the easiest way to order. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
It's a sunny morning of bliss, till your phone falls in the abyss. When your morning is hell, just go to Taco Bell.
And let us make you an entire breakfast all wrapped up. The Breakfast Crunch Wrap, only at Taco Bell.
And we welcome you back here to Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series, powered by Weststar Energy. Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer for tonight's game. We are in the bottom half of the 5th inning as the Wellington Heat come up in their half of the inning to try to get back into the ball game. The score is only 4-0 in favor of the Mulvane Patriots. So far, only 2 hits for the Wellington Heat. Alex Cook will be the batter for the Heat. Still throwing is Erickson, Ryan Erickson. For the Mulvane Patriots, first pitch is outside the ball. There's a ball hit to the right-hand side by Cook. Goes foul. So the count evens up at 1-1. To Alex Cook, ball headed along the right-hand side. Is going to go foul. Lowe picks it up, throws it back. Mike. Corrects out first baseman Dinko, making the stop there. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Cook. Eric swing and a miss. Caught by the catcher, so that's strikeout by Erickson for out number 1. Nice job there by the catcher, number 27, Caleb Cox. That's going to be bringing up the shortstop now, number 7, Alex Lyon. Line grounded out to the shortstop in the 2nd inning. First pitch is a ball. Now goes 2-0 now. To Alex Lyon. Erickson's pitch is called a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Nobody on base with 1 out. As Alex Cook started off this inning with a strikeout. Erickson's pitch just missing inside. So the count goes to 3-1 now. To the right-handed hitter, Alex Lyon, playing shortstop for the Wellington Heat. There's a foul ball by Lyon. Count goes full now. Foul ball along the left third base side there. So the count stays full now. And Erickson with the pitch. Missing inside, so Lyon reaches on base on ball 4. He hustles down to first base. It's going to be bringing up the catcher number 14, Charlie Padilla. Padilla struck out in the 3rd inning to start off the 3rd. Padilla came in batting .200 in the series at the beginning of this game. Foul ball by Padilla. So 0-1 now the count to Charlie Padilla, the catcher for the Wellington Heat. Lyon at first base, reached on a base on balls, and here's Erickson's pitch, ball hit to center field. Aguirre comes in and makes the catch for out number 2. It's going to be bringing up the third baseman, number 25, Justin Brazil. Brazil came into this ball game batting .286, was 2 out of 7. And he is 0 for 1 here in this ball game as he grounded out to third base in the bottom half of the third inning. 0-1 now the count to Brazil. And Erickson's pitch. Ball hit to the shortstop. Williams goes to second for the forced out Lawson for out number 3. So at the end of 5 innings of play, it is the Mulvane Patriots 4 and the Wellington Heat 0. We'll be right back.
This bud's for the dream and the people bold enough to pursue it. For those who come from nothing and rise to something. It's for those who take everything this country has to offer and make it their own.
And we welcome you back here to Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series, powered by Westar Energy. Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer for tonight's game between the Mulvane Patriots and the Wellington Heat. The score 4-0 in favor of the Mulvane Patriots as we get ready to get started. The top half of the 6th inning. Okay, I was telling you who's playing tomorrow. The Santa Barbara Foresters play the Everett Washington Merchants. San Diego, California Wave will be playing the Hayes Larks. Winning that bracket was the Waves in Pool D. And then a feature game tomorrow will be the Derby Kansas Twins. They'll be facing the Kansas Stars. Kansas Stars won Pool A as they went 3-0. And the Derby Twins were second place at 2-1. And the Foresters won that Pool C as they went 3-0. Batting for the Patriots is center fielder number 22, Hunter Aguirre. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. So the Twins play the feature game against the Kansas Stars, and then the 9:30 game tomorrow evening will be the Cheney, Kansas Diamond Dogs, and they will be facing the winner of this game. So this game is very important. The winner keeps on playing. Top will be in the top 8. Loser goes home. There's a foul ball by Aguirre. And once again, Dalton Judkins came in the last inning. There's a call, strike 3 to Hunter Aguirre. So Judkins comes in and gets the strikeout here in the top half of the 6th inning. Second strikeout in a row there for Judkins. Brings up the third baseman, number 18, Adam Brown, as Judkins struck out Dinko to end the top half of the 5th inning. It's a foul or ball hit to the left-hand side shortstop. The Cook now makes the catch in left field, called off the shortstop, Lyon. So he makes the catch for out number 2. Now batting the second baseman, number 14, Michael Lawson. Lyon backed up to make the catch, and then all of a sudden the left fielder, Cook, called him off and made the catch. All right, first pitch is the ball, 1-0 now the count. To Michael Lawson. Lawson grounded out to shortstop in the 2nd inning and laid down a sacrifice in the 4th inning to move Adam Brown over to second base after he had just got a base hit, but was left stranded at second in the fourth inning. Count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike now to Michael Lawson of the Mulvane Patriots. And the pitch by Judkins. This curveball looks like just missed on the outside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike now here in the top half of the 6th inning with 2 outs and nobody on base. There's a hit to the left-hand side. The third baseman, Brazil's hustling for it, but just over his head. So the count's going to go full now to Michael Lawson. 3-2 now as the Brazil and Lyon go back to their positions at short and third. And Judkins' pitch is high for ball 4. So Lawson will get on base. On a base on balls. And that's going to be bringing up for the Patriots designated hitter number 10, Mike Leal. That is Judkins' first walk given up for the Wellington Heat as he came in the 5th inning. His first walk given up. All right, first pitch is the ball. 1-0 now to Leal. Leal grounded out to the shortstop, made the 3rd out in the top half of the 2nd inning. Then he flew out to center field in the 4th inning. One and 1 the count. Judkins goes to first base. Keeps Lawson on the base. Still 1-1. There goes Lawson to second, trying to make a steal, and the throw by Padilla. So Lawson steals second base. And with that stolen base, everybody in attendance gets a free taco from Taco Bell. All you got to do is take their stubs to Taco Bell and get a free taco with that stolen base. One of the sponsors here at the 83rd Annual NBC World Series. Count is 2-2 now, evened up. Runner at second base with 2 outs in the top half of the 6th inning. Pitch by Judkins, nice throw there. Hits that outside corner. Call strike 3 for out number 3. At the end of 5.5 innings of play, it is the Mulvane Patriots 4 and the Wellington Heat 0. We'll be right back.
For 6 generations, this land is provided for this Kansas farmer's family. Now, it also provides affordable, clean energy for Kansas. Watch the full story at weststarenergy.com/clean energy.
And we welcome you back here to Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series, powered by Weststar Energy. Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer for this game between the Wellington Heat and the Mulvane, Kansas Patriots. Once again, the score, as we go down to the bottom half of the 6th inning, it is the Mulvane Patriots 4 and the Wellington Heat 0. Leading off for the Wellington Heat will be the center fielder, number 4, Andrew Chartrand. So far, Ryan Erickson has faced 18 batters. He's gone 5 innings, given up 2 hits, 1 base on balls and has 2 strikeouts. So he's got a pretty good outing right now for the Mulvane Patriots. Once again, batting is Chartrand. He flew out to left field to start off the ball game. There's a ball hit to the shortstop. Williams goes to Dinko at first for out number 1. Brings up the second baseman, number 5, Kyle Miskoski. Miskoski flew out to center field in the first inning and got a base hit in the 4th inning. Was left stranded in that 4th inning at first base. Erickson's pitch is low for ball 1. Miskoski batting .273. Actually, I believe that was what his average was coming into the game. He is 1 for 2 here in this ball game. Miskoski goes to first base now. And that's going to bring up the designated hitter, number 9, Jason Jones. Once again, Jason Jones has grounded out the shortstop in the first inning to get the 3rd out. Then he flew out to left field in the 4th inning, so he's 0 for 2 in this game. He came in, was the leading, had the highest average at 800 for the whole tournament, as he was 4 out of 5 with 3 RBIs, 2 doubles on a home run, and 5 base on balls. There's a high hit to the center fielder. Gary makes the catch as he comes in just over the shortstop. As a shortstop and left fielder Sullivan and Williams back up to try to make that catch, but Aguirre called him off, makes the catch for out number 2. That brings up the first baseman, number 10, Mike Lowe, for the Wellington Heat. Call strike 1 on the outside corner by home plate umpire Mark Wagers. 0-1 the count to Mike Lowe. Here's the pitch by Erickson. Check swing. Ball gets away from the catcher Cox, and going over to second base is Miskoski. As the ball got away from the catcher Cox, and there's a timeout as Miskoski will be tying his shoes at second base in scoring position, trying to get the first run across for the Wellington Heat. 1 ball, 1 strike, runner at second with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And here's Erickson's pitch, a hard hit ball past the diving second baseman Lawson into Larson. Throws it in home to Cox, but sliding in safely was Miskoski. And on the throw, base hit there by Lowe. He hustles down to second base as that ball came in home from Larson to the catcher Cox. Was not able to hang on to it. So 1 run scores now here in the bottom half of the 6th inning for the Wellington Heat. And now coaching staff for the Mulvane Patriots going to go out and talk to Erickson. So now the score at the bottom half of the 6th inning. It is the Mulvane, Kansas Patriots 4 and the Wellington, Kansas Heat 1. But they are threatening now to cut the lead in half. Start off the bottom half of the 6th inning. Chartrand grounded out to the shortstop. Miskoski got on with a walk. Jones flew out to center field. for out number 2. And then Lowe got a base hit. And there's Erickson's pitch to now batting Michael Muka, the right fielder. Got a base hit in the second inning, but was left stranded at second base and grounded out to the second baseman and made the third out in the fourth inning, who left Miskowski standing at first base with another base runner stranded. So 0-2 now to Muka as Erickson tries to buckle down here. And a swing and a miss there by Michael Muka. So strikeout there for Ryan Erickson, gets out of the inning. So at the end of 6 innings of play, it is the Mulvane Patriots 4 and the Wellington Heat 1. We'll be right back.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your cleats.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your cleats.
If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it.
Back! Let's finish strong!
If you're happy and you know it, clap your cleats.
And we welcome you back here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. This game between the Mulvane Patriots and the Wellington Heat. 4-1 in favor of Mulvane. As we go to the top half of the 7th inning, Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer. Batting will be the shortstop number 2, Channing Williams. First pitch by Judkins is called ball 1. And a foul ball there by Williams. Williams, the shortstop there for the Mulvane Patriots. Count evens up at 1-1 strike now. Larson on deck with Sutherland in the hole. Ball hit to the right-hand side over the second baseman, Miskowski. Makes the catch. Nice job there by Miskowski to hustle to get that play. So fly out to second baseman for Williams. And that's going to bring up the right fielder, number 8, Javis Larson. Judkins' pitch is outside for ball 1. A hustling play there by Miskowski to start off the top half of the 7th inning. Swing and a miss there by Larson. He evens up the count. Now 1-1 strike with 1 out. Judkins' pitch call, strike 2. Looked like Larson was attempting to lay a bunt down and backed off. And 1 ball, 2 strikes to Larson. Just missing. 2-2 now. Nobody on base with 1 out here in the top half of the 7th inning. This game going very quickly. There's a ball missed low. So the count goes to 3-2. And a ball hit to the left side. A Lion takes a couple steps to the right, goes to low for out number 1. Nice play there by the shortstop to first for the put out for out number 2, correction.
Left fielder number
Going to bring up the left fielder, number 24, Tyler Sullivan. First pitch is high. For ball one. Judkins' pitch just missing outside. 2-0 now the count to Tyler Sullivan. Sullivan scored the first run in the top half of the first inning with one hit. Struck out in the third and sacrificed Lawson over to second base. 1-3 on sacrifice. Call strike one now to Sullivan. 2 balls, 1 strike now. Missing it way outside. 3-1 now the count. Left fielder number 24, Tyler Sullivan. Ball hit foul into the stands. And gets down to about the first or second row. Count should be full now, 3-2. This missing inside, so Sullivan gets on with a walk. Ball 4 was inside to Sullivan. So he gets on base for the second time here tonight. And it brings up the catcher number 27, Caleb Cox. Cox reached on base on a base hit and scored an RBI as he scored Sullivan in the top half of the first inning. A bunt laid down there by Cox. A nice job there to Brazil. He's got nowhere to go. Kind of caught him off guard. Brazil comes hustling in. He was right between the pitcher, headed towards shortstop more or less, and Brazil had to come in and try to make that play, but was not able to. So Cox is in with his third hit of the game. Nice bunt laid down by Caleb Cox. So now we have runners at first and second, and now batting the first baseman, number 29, Dalton Dinkle. There is 2 outs here in the top half of the 7th inning. Dinkle has 2 hits in this game. There's a foul ball along the left-hand side. Got a base hit in the first inning, but was left stranded at first base. Then he scored a run in the 4th inning, got a base hit. And he struck out in the 5th inning for the 3rd out. The ball low. Padilla has to hustle after that ball as it rolled out in front of him. But a nice job there by Padilla to stay in front of it. Nobody advances. So we have Sullivan at second base, Cox at first with 2 outs. And there's a hard foul ball, looks like. Thought it was going to go my angle. Looked like it was going to go out in right field, and all of a sudden it started tailing off over our heads here. The wind is blowing in from left field. So I've noticed here tonight that there are a lot of fielders have, especially in the outfield, when the ball comes that's hit out there, they all of a sudden have to hustle in because the wind's really, in fact, there's the ball hit to the right-hand side. Nice stop there by Lowe, and he's hustling to first base for out number 3. Good scoop there by Lowe. So at the end of 6.5 innings of play, it is the Mulvane Patriots 4 and the Wellington Heat 1. We'll be right back.
Hey, sir, how you doing?
Love you, Coach. Aw.
9 o'clock, you're pitching tomorrow.
And we welcome you back here to Lawrence Dumont Stadium. We are in the 7th inning stretch, and Hall of Famer Michael Dean playing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And tonight he played the extended version of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. So great job there by Michael Dean, Hall of Famer. Official scorer here for the NBC World Series. Here at the bottom half of the 7th inning for the Wellington Heat. Once again, the score is 4-1 in favor of the Mulvane Patriots. Will be the left fielder, Alex Cook. He hits to the second baseman. Goes to first for out number 1. Now batting the shortstop number 7, Alex Lyon. That was Lawson to Dinkle for 4-3. And Lyon is coming up now, the second batter here in the bottom half of the second inning. Coach John Shin joined us here the other day as the San Diego Wave were playing at a late game, and he joined me a couple nights ago, and he told me that about this time the coaches start counting down the outs. So I'm sure that Mulvane is looking at it, of course, with the first out here to start the top half of the 7th inning, or bottom half of the 7th innings, correction. Look, they're looking at 8 more outs here for the victory. I really enjoyed to have John Shin with us the other night. Did a great job for us. Gave us a lot of insight. There's a foul ball. And I noticed John Shin, he did retire last year, but he was out on the field with the San Diego Wave as they played their game at 3:30 against the USA national team. They did end up winning that game. And there's a ball 4 there to Alex Lyon, so he will reach on base on balls. That brings up the catcher number 14, Charlie Padilla. Let me finish my thought there on John Shin. We call him the legendary pitching coach for the San Diego Wave. That name was given to him many years ago. You may recognize him because he's always wearing shin guards, whether he's up in the bullpen or sitting by the dugout, sits on a bucket, goes out to the pitching mound to talk to the pitchers in his shin guards. And I asked him one time how come he wore those shin guards. He said, well, it's very simple. He said, I never know when I'm going to have to warm up one of our pitchers up because our other catcher may be busy warming one of the pitchers up. So I don't want to take the time to put them on. So I have them on, so I'm ready to go. All right, the count goes 2 balls, 1 strike. Anyway, that's my John Shin story. Became a good friend of mine. There's a foul ball. Once again, batting is Charlie Padilla, the catcher for the Wellington Heat. We have a runner at first base. Reaching was Alex Lyon on a walk. And 1 out here in the bottom half of the 7th. Erickson still going strong there for the Mulvane Patriots. 2-2 to count now to Padilla. Erickson's pitch is low now, full count, 3-2. With the runner at first base and 1 out. We'll see whether coach is sending him or not. He's not running, and there's ball 4. So second walk in a row given up by Erickson. That's going to put runners at first and second. With third baseman number 25, Justin Brazel, coming up to bat. So far, Erickson has faced 26 batters in 6 1/3 innings. Given up 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 4 base on balls, 2 of them just back-to-back here with 3 strikeouts. There is some action out in the bullpen. Here's Erickson's pitch. Ball hit to center field. Aguirre coming in. Also moving over is Larson. Aguirre with the catch. Throws it in to Williams at shortstop. So nobody advances. Now there's 2 outs in the inning. Brazil flies out to the center fielder. Brings up the center fielder, number 4, Andrew Chartrand. Here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. So far, Chartrand's looking for his first hit of the ball game. He flew out to left field in the first, grounded out to second base in the 3rd inning to make the 3rd out. And he started off the 6th inning with a ground ball to shortstop for out number 1. So there is a runner in scoring position. If he can get a base hit, we'll cut the lead in half. 0-1 the count. And Erickson's pitch is a swing and a hit to the shortstop, Lawson. Lawson goes to first. He's not going to get him. He was backed up to the grass area. Never charged the ball. Kind of let the ball play him. And Chartrand was able to get a base hit out of it. As he, fast runner, being the leadoff runner, you would think he would be. Now batting the second baseman, number 5, Kyle Miskowski. Bases are full now for the Wellington Heat. Ball 1, the count. We got Lyon at third base as he reached on a walk. Padilla also reached on a walk, and he's at second base. Chartrand just got a base hit to second base. And now bases are full, but there is 2 outs. 1-1 the count now. There's a hard hit ball into center field. It looks like it's going to fall in. So scoring from third base will be Lyon. Padilla coming in. The ball thrown, cut off by the pitcher Erickson. So 2-run score on the base hit by Miskowski, who records his 2nd hit of the game and 2 RBIs. Now takes the score to the Mulvane Patriots 4 and the Wellington Heat 3. And here comes the head coach for the Mulvane Patriots. That may be it for Erickson. That ball was kind of in on Miskowski, but he was able to hit it into center field for the base hit. Warming up out in the bullpen for the Mulvane Patriots is number 15. So if we do see anybody come in, well, looks like coach has decided he's going to keep Brian Erickson in the ball game. Once again, 2 runs have scored here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. On 2 hits. But those 2 base on balls really hurt Erickson. Now batting, Jason Jones, the hottest batter in the tournament. Designated hitter, but he is 0 for 3 here in this ball game. Once again, he came in leading the tournament at batting .800. And I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but the home plate umpire is talking to the Wellington Heat to cut it out. Not sure what the players were saying, but that's Mark Wagers. Now we're back to action here. Ball hit out to center field short. Looks like the center fielder Aguirre will make the catch for out number 3. So at the bottom half of the 2nd inning, the Heat score 2 runs. At the end of 7, it is the Mulvane Patriots 4 and the Wellington Heat 3. We'll be right back.
Mom, we're gonna be late.
I know.
And we welcome you back here to Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series. Powered by Westar Energy. This is Frank Martinez, your play-by-play announcer, as we get ready to go in the top half of the 8th inning. The score right now is the Mulvane Patriots 4 and the Wellington Heat 3. Wellington Heat started off slow but have scored 1 run in the 6th and scored 2 runs in the 7th to cut the lead back to 4-3 as the Mulvane started off with a run in the 1st inning and 3 runs in the top half of the 4th inning. So now batting for Mulvane will be the center fielder, number 22, Hunter Aguirre. And home plate umpire steps away from the plate as they were still playing some music here. First pitch is outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count now. Just missing outside, 2-0. Dalton Junkins has come in and done a really good job for the Heat. He has faced 11 batters, gone 2 2/3 innings, given up only 1 hit, has 2 base on balls and 3 strikeouts. So he's come in and done a pretty good job there for the Wellington Heat. Count evens up at 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Hunter Aguirre as he start off the top half of the 8th inning. Once again, the winner of this game will move on and face the Cheney, Kansas Diamond Dogs at 9:30 tomorrow. There's a swing and a miss by Aguirre. That pitch seemed to be high. That's his 2nd strikeout in a row for Hunter Aguirre. He struck out in the 6th inning to start off the 6th inning. Now batting will be the 3rd baseman, number 18, Adam Brown. Brown looking for, got hit by Junkins, so he will be at first base. And that's going to bring up the 2nd baseman, number 14, Michael Lawson. Lawson looking for his first hit of the ball game. Lawson is 0 for 1 as he grounded out the shortstop in the 2nd inning. Laid down a sacrifice in the 4th to move Brown over to 2nd base and reach on a base on balls in the 6th inning. So Brown gets hit and moves to first base. And the count is 1 ball, no strikes now to Lawson. With the Brown at first base, there's a foul ball. And we have 1 out here in the top half of the 8th inning. The last spot to be taken by one of these 2 teams to get into the quarterfinals starts tomorrow. 8 teams will be left to go for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series Championship. That game will be on Sunday. Once again, Friday is quarterfinal day, semifinals on Saturday. We'll have a game at 7 o'clock and at 9:30 with the championship game on Sunday. There's a foul ball by Lawson over to the bullpen of the Wellington Heat. Cook tried to run that down, but ball was too far away from him, was not able to catch up to that. 2 balls, 2 strikes now with the runner at first base and 1 out here in the top half of the 8th. The score, Mulvane Patriots 4 and the Wellington Heat 3. Another foul ball there by Michael Lawson. Home plate umpire Mark Wages gets some balls from the ball boy. By the way, those are volunteers, and we'd like to thank them very much for all their fine work here at the 83rd Annual NBC World Series. There's a fly ball into left field. Cook gets under it, makes the catch for out number 2 in left field. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, number 10, Mike Lill. Lill so far is looking for his first base hit here of the evening. He's 0 for 3. Grounded out to the shortstop to make the third out in the second inning. Flew out to center field in the fourth and struck out in the sixth inning. So here in the eighth, with a runner on base, trying to get some action for the Mulvane Patriots. 2-0 the count now to Mike Lill, the designated hitter for the Mulvane Patriots. Here's the pitch, and the ball hit to the shortstop. Lyons goes to Miskowski at second base for the force out. At the end of 7.5, it is the Mulvane Patriots 4 and the Wellington Heat 3. We'll be right back.
1, 2, 3, 35, 36, 37, 58, 59, 60.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome back here to Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series, powered by Westar Energy. We're going to the bottom half of the eighth inning, and we're going to have a new pitcher now for the Mulvane Patriots. It's going to be number 13, Jared Price, right-handed pitcher. So we'll give you the numbers on Erickson. Leading off the bottom half of the eighth inning for the Heat will be the first baseman, number 10, Mike Lowe. The final numbers on Erickson, Ryan Erickson. He went 7 innings. Faced 30 batters, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 4 base on balls, and 3 strikeouts. So once again, Jared Price now on in relief for the Mulvane Patriots. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike now to Mike Lowe. In the bottom half of the eighth inning. 3-1 now the count. As the Wellington Heat are looking for base runners here to try to get men in scoring position and try to tie this thing up. They're down to 6 outs here. Foul ball by Lowe as he tries to lay down a bunt along the third base side. So the count's going to go full now to Mike Lowe, the first baseman for the Wellington Heat. Here's Price's pitch is missed for a ball. So on at first base with a walk will be Mike Lowe. Puts the tying run on. It's going to be bringing up the right fielder, number 28, Michael Muka. Muka got a base hit. Reached second base on an error and grounded out to the second baseman in the 4th inning and struck out in the 6th inning. Strike one, 0-1 the count now to Michael Muka. He moves up in the batter's box, looks like he's going to lay a bunt down. He does right in front. Catcher Cox goes to first, and it looks like it hit Muka in the arm. Yep, he's rubbing his left arm there. So he's going to be on. And Lowe moves to second base now. And it's going to be bringing up left fielder number 11, Alex Cook. And once again, you probably, with a left-handed batter, you might look for another bunt. Move runners in scoring position. And there's a bunt back to the pitcher. Price looks at third, goes to first for out number 1. So Cook gets a sacrifice as he moves the runners over to third and second base. The tying run and the go-ahead now at second base. That's going to bring up shortstop number 7, Alex Lyon. 1 out here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. First pitch is called strike one. No balls, 2 strikes. And we got a timeout called by the catcher, Cox. So in the bottom half of the 8th inning, and here comes the pitch. Price is fouled off there by Lyon, Alex Lyon. Just missing outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runners at second and third with 1 out here in the bottom half of the 8th. The score. There's a base hit over the short second baseman's head by Alex Lyon. 2 runs will score now. Lowe, who is at third base, and Muka was standing at second, will come in and score. So now the Wellington Heat have gone ahead 5-4 in the bottom half of the 8th inning by a base hit by Alex Lyon into right field, right over the second baseman's head. And that brings up the catcher number 14, Charlie Padilla. Boy, I love small ball. I tell you, that's why that sacrifice was big in this inning by Alex Cook at moving the runners over in scoring position. It's what you have to do. There's a ball hit to the first baseman, Dinkle. And they're going to throw the ball to second base, going to call him out at second base. Dinkle throws to Williams for the force out at second base. So Padilla will be at first base on the fielder's choice. And we have 2 outs in the inning. There's the pitch by Price, hitting the inside corner. 0-1 the count now to Brazil. 1 ball, 1 strike. Charlie Padilla standing at first base with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. There's a foul ball along the left-hand side. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Justin Brazil. There's a foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes now by Jared Price, who came in relief here in the 8th inning. And here's Price pitch. There's a ball hit to the second baseman, Lawson. Goes to short, Williams at second for the force out, but not before the Wellington Heat scored 2 runs. And now at the end of 8 innings of play, the Wellington Heat 5 and the Mulvane Patriots 4. We'll be right back.
Davis Moore is proud to support our local schools and teachers through organizations like Project Teacher that provide free school supplies to students in the greater Wichita area. Through the month of July, we're collecting school supplies like pencils, crayons, glue sticks, markers, and paper. Stop by any of our dealerships with your donation so that together we can help get supplies into the hands of children in our schools.
From all of us at Davis Moore, thank you for your continued support to help our community.
And we welcome you back here to Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series. We are going to the top half of the ninth inning between the Mulvane Patriots and the Wellington Heat. Coming in to pitch for the Wellington Heat will be number 13, Sean Cruz. He's a right-handed thrower. 6 foot, 200-pounder. He goes to French University. So the Wellington Heat, or the Mulvane Patriots, are down to 3 outs. And there's a foul ball as Channing Williams comes up to bat for the Mulvane Patriots. The Patriots have been ahead the whole game. They scored 1 run in the first, 3 in the fourth to take a 4-0 lead. The Wellington Heat scored 1 run in the sixth, 2 in the seventh, and 2 in the eighth to take the lead, 5-4. So now, where the Mulvane were counting out the outs, now the Wellington Heat are counting down the outs. And there's a call, strike 3 for out number 1. And Cruz records his first out. Brings up the right fielder, number 8, Javis Larson. First pitch is outside. And now a home plate umpire once again is warning the, now he's warning the Mulvane. He just threw somebody out of the Mulvane Patriots. I'm not exactly sure what was said, but he was warning them, backed away, and somebody else said something, so he throws them out of the ball game. And it looks like it's one of the coaching staffs. One of the coaches is trying to leave the field, but instead he's kicking out number 18 for the Mulvane team. That is Adam Brown, apparently, who he's saying he's kicking out. So I'm not exactly sure what Brown said. Now Brown's coming back to the dugout, and the coach is leaving instead. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on, because the coach, one of the coaches was leaving and then came back when the umpire said no, it was number 18, Brown. Well, now Brown's going back into the dugout, and the coach is leaving. One of the assistant coaches, apparently. So, the very important game here for both these two teams. Once again, the winner moves on to face the Cheney, Kansas Diamond Dogs tomorrow at 9:30. The loser goes home. here in the 83rd Annual NBC World Series, as they're all trying to make the top 8 here in the quarterfinal round starting tomorrow. Count is 2 balls, no strikes now to Larson. Ball hits the outside corner. 2-1 now. Once again, we have 1 out here in the top half of the 9th inning, as the Wellington Heat lead 5-4 over the Mulvane Patriots. They took the lead in the bottom half of the 8th inning, scoring 2 runs as they were down by 1 going into the bottom half of the 8th. Ball pitched outside, and Larson will reach on a walk. He reaches base for the 2nd time this evening as he got a base hit in the 5th inning. Now batting will be the left fielder, number 24, Tyler Sutherland. Sutherland looking, he does have a base hit and a run scored in the 1st inning. Struck out in the 3rd, sacrificed in the 5th, and got a base on balls in the 7th inning. Ball 1 to Sutherland. Padilla now going out to talk to Cruz. Also joining him is Lyon at shortstop. Come in to say a few words to Cruz. Just remind him we only need 2 more outs here. Once again, the top half of the 9th inning. The score, the Wellington Heat 5 and the Mulvane Patriots 4. They do have a runner at first base with 1 out here in the top half of the 9th. All right, we're ready to go. 1-0 the count. Ball hit to the 3rd baseman, gets by the 3rd baseman, Brazil, but he's going to keep it, be able to track it down. So now we have runners at 1st and 2nd by base hit there by Sutherland. He records his 2nd hit of the game. That's going to bring it up. The catcher, number 27, Caleb Cox, also happens to be the cleanup hitter here for the Mulvane Patriots. Cox is 3 out of 4 so far. Boy, they could sure use another base hit here out of Cox. And there's Cruz's pitch. He tries to lay a bunt down. Goes up into the sky boxes. So 0-1 the count to Caleb Cox. Try to surprise everybody with a bunt. Once again, 3 out of 4 for the ball game. Three out of 4, scored 1 run, 1 RBI, batting .375. 1-1 now the count by Cruz. Fly ball into short center field. 2nd baseman, and calling him off is the center fielder, Chart Grand. Makes the catch for out number 2. So that's a big out here in the top half of the 9th inning. As Cox goes down, flies out to the center fielder. Now batting the 1st baseman, number 29, Dalton Dinkle. Dinkle was batting .250 coming into the ball game. And there's a foul ball. 0-1 the count now. Now the Wellington Heat fans are up on their feet. They know that they've got 1 out left here to get into the quarterfinals or the final 8. There's a pitch outside. Once again, Sutherland at first base, Larson at 2nd. Larson is the tying run for the Mulvane Patriots. 1-1 the count now by Cruz, and the pitch missing inside. 2 balls, 1 strike here in the top half of the 9th inning, and the Mulvane Patriots needing 1 run to tie the ball game up here. A great ball game here by both these 2 teams. And here's Cruz's pitch. Ball high. So the count goes 3-1 now to Dalton Dinkle. Coming up for the On deck would be center fielder number 22, Hunter Aguirre. Aguirre has struck out the last 2 times at bat, so we'll see whether they keep the bat in his hand or not. And here's the pitch, and a hard hit ball into left field. And here comes Larson. Here comes the throw from Cook, and Larson goes in safely to tie the ball game up here in the top half of the 9th inning. A great job of hitting there by Dalton Dinkle as he hits that into left field and scores Larson from second base. So Sutherland goes to second. Dinkle at first base as he records his 3rd hit of the game. That brings up center fielder number 22, Hunter Aguirre. The score tied up at 5 apiece. Now the Lions, we're going to have a timeout. Lyon at shortstop there was getting behind Sutherland. Was waiting for the throw there, trying to get a pickoff at second base. So Sutherland now the go-ahead run. There's a ball hit over second baseman Miskowski, and here comes Sutherland. Here comes a throw from Muka, and scoring a run from second base is Tyler Sutherland, as they now go ahead 6-5 in the top half of the 6th inning. A base hit by Hunter Aguirre. A big at-bat there by Aguirre. And not only that, but a great job by Dalton Dinkle going over to third base on the play. Aguirre, after striking out those last 2 times, records his 1st hit of the game. There's a base hit right down the line, fair by Adam Brown. So a run scores from third. That's Dinkle, and they're going to hold up Aguirre at third base. And in at second base is Adam Brown with a double. So 3 runs have scored here in the top half of the 9th inning for the Mulvane Patriots. All with 2 outs. Larson scored from second base after he reached on a base on balls. Sutherland scored after getting on base on a base hit. Dinkle reached on a base hit and scored. Aguirre hit a ball over second baseman's head and scored 2 runs. So now the score is 7-5 in favor of the Mulvane Patriots as we have a pitching change now for the Wellington Heat. Well, I hope you're staying up for this one, folks, because it has been a great ball game, especially since the 6th inning. Once again, the Mulvane Patriots scored 1 run in the first, 3 in the 4th to go up 4-0. And then the Wellington Heat scored 1 run in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, and 2 in the bottom half of the 8th inning to take a 5-4 lead. And now here in the top half of the 9th inning, Mulvane has scored 3 runs here in the top half of the 9th inning to go up 7-5. Both teams wanting to get into the final 8 and quarterfinal play. Once again, the winner of this game will be taking on the Cheney, Kansas Diamond Dogs, and that game will be at 9:30 tomorrow evening. Both teams, you got to give it up to both teams, not giving up at all. And we still got another half inning to go here. So the score, Mulvane Patriots 7 and the Wellington Heat 5. We're going to have runners at second and third as Brown just hit a double right down the left field line, right over the bag at third base. Now brings up the second baseman, number 14, Michael Lawson. Pitching for the Heat, once again, is number 15, Jake Hudson. And Padilla calls timeout to go talk to Hudson. There is still some warm-up action out there in the bullpen for the Heat. Looks like it's number 27 warming up, a left-hander. And once again, Aguirre at third base and Adam Brown at second base after that double. And here comes Hudson's pitch, a foul ball. Back into the stands. Actually went up on the netting area. So 0-2 the count now to Michael Lawson, with runners at second and third base and 2 outs. There's a pitch high. 1-2 now the count. And now the fans from Mulvane. You can hear them clapping and as they get into the ball game here. 2-2 now. The pitch was high to Michael Lawson. Got runners in scoring position if he can put the ball in play or over somebody's head to extend the lead. Looks like Hudson's just trying to overthrow now. He's really jumping off that mound. His count goes full now. 3-2. Maybe Padilla just told him not to give him anything good. And here's the pitch, and there's a swing and a miss out for out number 3, but not until the Mulvane Patriots scored 3 runs here in the top half of the 9th inning. At the end of 8.5, it is the Patriots 7 and the Wellington Heat 5. We'll be right back.
At the start of a lovely day, you say a word you can't unsay. Nice job, Mom, you just scarred your son. Now he thinks naughty words are fun. He's just 3 years old, now someday he'll be on parole. Don't be snitching. When your morning is hell, just go to Taco Bell.
When you've had a morning, let us make you an entire breakfast all wrapped up. The Breakfast Crunch Wrap, only at Taco Bell.
And we welcome you back here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium for the 83rd Annual NBC World Series. Well, folks, I hope you're still staying with us here as shortly after midnight. And what a ball game that we do have here. Once again, we have the Wellington Heat and the Mulvane Patriots as we go down to the bottom half of the 9th inning. And only 4 runs were scored at the first 4 innings. And we have 8 runs scored the last 4 innings. And still 1/2 inning to go. With the score, the Mulvane Patriots 7 and the Wellington Heat 5. So now the Wellington Heat are down to their last 3 outs here in the ball game. And leading off will be the leadoff hitter for the Wellington Heat, center fielder number 4, Andrew Chartrand. So far, oh, by the way, there is a new pitcher. Ryan Bailey just came in for the Mulvane Patriots. Sorry about that. First pitch is a strike. Looks like he's a side armor. 0-1 the count now to Chartrand. Ball hit to over the shortstop's head, in for a base hit by Chartrand, right over Williams' head into the left field. So we have a base runner now. Brings up the second baseman, number 5, Kyle Miskowski. Going to give you the numbers for Price. He went 1 inning. faced 6 batters, allowed 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 earned run, 1 base on balls, no strikeouts. As Ryan Bailey now comes in. And the first pitch to Miskowski is called strike, and it's 0-1 the count now with a runner at first base and no outs here in the bottom half of the 9th inning as the Wellington Heat tried to get back in this game. Is 7-5 in favor of the Mulvane Patriots. Winner of this game moves on to take the Cheney Kansas Diamond Dogs tomorrow night at 9:30 in the quarterfinal play on Friday night. Loser, unfortunately, will be done with the 83rd annual NBC World Series. 0-2 the count now. And here's Bailey's pitch, a curveball, just fouled off there by Miskowski. So the count stays no balls and 2 strikes. Here in the bottom half of the 9th inning, as the Wellington Heat look to put more runners on base. They need a couple. Of course, they do have the tying run here at home plate. And there's the pitch, and the ball hit to the second, just over the second baseman's head. Lawson for a base hit. Stopping at second base will be Chartrand. So a base hit by Miskowski. Now we got runners at first and second. And the big hitter, designated hitter number 9, Jason Jones, comes to the plate. He came in batting .800 for the tournament, and so far tonight, he is 0 for 4. There's the pitch. He's going to lay down a bunt. First baseman, or Bailey, goes to first base for out number 1. Covering was second baseman Lawson. So Bailey Lawson, pitcher to the second baseman for out number 1. So sacrificed by Jones. That brings up the first baseman, number 10, Mike Lowe. Now the runners at third base. The tying run at second base for Mike Lowe. There's a pitch just hitting the outside corner. Lowe is 1 out of 3, scoring 1 run and has 1 base on balls. And here comes Bailey's pitch to Mike Lowe. Swing and a miss by Lowe. 0-2 to count. Once again, Chartrand at third base and Miskowski at second base. He is the tying run, as the score is 7-5 in favor of the Mulvane Patriots over the Wellington Heat. And Bailey's pitch, a hard hit ball down the right field side. It might go foul, just barely foul. Boy, that was long enough. Boy, that would have been a way to end a ball game, wouldn't it? A walk-off home run. The count is 0-2 now. I think Bailey got away with one there. Just pulled foul there by Mike Lowe. 0-2 the count, 1 out. With runners at second and third here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. And Bailey's pitch. There's a swing and a miss there by Ryan Bailey. Getting his strikeout here in the bottom half of the 9th inning as Mike Lowe goes down swinging. That's going to bring up the right fielder, number 28, Michael Muka. Michael Muka so far is 1 for 3 with 1 run scored and 1 strikeout. So the Wellington Heat are down to their last out, and a ball hit to the second baseman. Lawson goes to first for out number 3, and that is the ball game with the final score. The Mulvane Patriots 7 and the Wellington Heat 5, as the Mulvane Patriots score 3 runs, being down by 1 in the top half of the ninth inning to win the ball game, and they will now move on into the quarterfinals, and they will be facing the Cheney, Kansas Diamond Dogs tomorrow evening at 9:30. Wow, what a ball game. Great ball game by both these two teams. And unfortunately, the Wellington Heat are done for the tournament, and they had a great tournament as the Wellington Heat Judkins is the defensive player of the game. Let's get, I'll give you the schedule for tomorrow here. Once again, tomorrow's action on quarterfinal night. At 1 o'clock, it'll be the Santa Barbara, California Foresters versus the Everett, Washington Merchants. 3:30, it'll be San Diego, California Waves versus the Hayes Larks. 7 o'clock feature game will be the Derby, Kansas Twins versus the Kansas Stars. And then the 9:30 game will be the Cheney, Kansas Diamond Dogs. They'll be facing the Mulvane Patriots. So the final score here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium on our last game of the evening is the Mulvane Patriots 7 and the Wellington Heat 5. Once again, this is Frank Martinez, the voice of the NBC World Series. We hope you enjoyed tonight's action. We hope you join us tomorrow as we give you the action for quarterfinal night. Once again, good evening. We hope you enjoyed it.